Hey guys, welcome back to another one of CCA's interviews, which is part of our outreach series. For those who don't know, my name is Aaliyah. I am a CCA intern and a soon to be graduate at St. Peter's University in Jersey City, New Jersey, which I will be receiving a bachelor's in biology, aspiring to work in the medical field. I too was born with a facial difference called golden heart syndrome that came with a long road of surgeries, therapies, and a lot of rehabilitation. But as y'all already know, it never stopped me from achieving any of my goals. So today I enjoy with Sahaila Manning. Sahaila
Hello.
is Sahaila is 26 years old, who has golden heart syndrome, my twin, and is also deaf. She loves to travel as much as she can, and she enjoys reading, which she has grown a love for. So welcome, Sahaila. How are
Hi.
you? It is a pleasure to have you on our series. Thank you for joining and sharing your time with us.
Well, thank you for having me on here.
Of course, of course.
It's so hard to find somebody that has Jordan Hart syndrome.
That
And
part.
I'm like, and so like when I saw, oh, you have Jordan Hart syndrome. I see. Like, wow.
I was in shock. I was like, wow, like finally someone I can
Yeah.
it was like wow, like
And
wow.
then not only that, like, you can also like relate to on like so many levels too.
Right. Right. And when I saw your platform, you were just so open, you're just so authentic in yourself. I'm like, yo, like that is so powerful. Like you're owning your power. And I'm like, wow, like
Yeah.
she gotta be on my series and she has to tell her story and how she got started.
Yeah.
So to start off, would you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so I'm 26. I'm currently living in the Bay Area in California. I work with dogs. Um, I make TikTok videos, and I'm really a homebody. Like you'll find me at home, work, or traveling. I'm actually traveling next week, so I'm excited.
Where you going?
I'm going to Florida.
Lucky.
We're going to
Oh,
Miami.
you going to Miami?
Yeah,
You got Are you going by
yeah, yeah.
yourself?
No, I'm doing so. My best friend lives on the East Coast, and so we're gonna meet up in Florida. And then tell you, we met on TikTok too, and she's also deaf, and
Yeah.
so we met on TikTok, and then we met up for the first time last year in March in Florida. So we're going back to Florida and meet up again. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's such a vibe. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, so I like to travel as much as I can. For
Yeah.
sure.
But like
Yeah.
as you should, like I love traveling and I always want to do that and I see myself in the future doing that. And I feel like it's a must to, travel around the world, just explore, learn about different cultures. So like you mentioned, from what I see on TikTok, like I mentioned this before, you have an authentic and powerful platform. And like I said, I relate to you so many different ways. Like you're just so yourself. And my next question for you is there a specific message you're trying to express through your videos?
Ooh. So I gotta think about this one. I want to say yes and no
Yeah.
because yes, because it took me a long time to be okay with being vulnerable. Like
Mm,
being vulnerable, like has been like a hard thing for me. Um, like I've always had like this, that mindset of like I need to be strong. Like nothing shouldn't bother me. But like a lot of things bother me, But also no, because like I'm just very genuine and authentic. That like I don't plan to like make the videos that I make. Like, but it like I would just say that to be okay with being vulnerable, but also like don't be ashamed to cry. Like pretty much like it's okay to not be okay. You know,
mhm.
if you want to say that. But I never like really thought like TikTok with the intention of like, oh, like let me post videos and to put this message out. I wasn't like I just post videos when I want to post it.
Right. Right. Or
So
you're just you doing you, like literally just
yeah, like I just be doing what I want to do. So I don't really have like this is the message I'm trying to set out.
right. And that's what I love because it's not like intentional. Like saying like when it comes to posting any videos I post, like I don't think it's really intentional. I just really just want to share, me.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
yeah,
just chilling. You're just
yeah,
chilling. I think
yeah.
that's why I gravitated towards your platform so much. I'm like, yo, like she's fly, like oh my god, she's funny. I'm like, oh my god, I have to have her on. And I feel
Yeah.
you talk about being vulnerable, and I feel like that's such a important topic to talk about because like yeah we both have facial differences, yeah we both gone through similar stuff and
Yeah.
different stuff, but like how do you feel about like being on social media? Because when I'm thinking back when I was in my teen years, like it was very hard for me to even like show my face and to like be open about my
Mhm.
stories, just be visible on social media. So like what inspired you to even get started on social media and everything?
Okay, so I just kind of made some video, but I didn't think that I was gonna blow up in the way that I blew up.
Yeah.
But also, I remember in the beginning of me starting that the platform, I always made sure to stay on my left side of the like to only show the left side of my face. So it started off with hiding myself.
Right.
And then I remember the first time I went live and cause you have to have like 1,000 to go live for the first time on TikTok or something like that. And so I remember I went live and I remember I would always say, like, don't ever look to the left.
Mm,
'Cause if I look to the left, then you see this.
exactly.
And so, like, it started off with that. And so I knew, like, that, like, looking back at it now, like, I had insecurities at that time too. Like, I wasn't really confident with myself. Like, that, like, if, like, I was trying to hide myself for
Mhm.
these people that I don't even know. And I'm like, and then at one point I was like, why am I doing that though?
Right.
And I think it was because I didn't want the question. I don't want, to be looked at differently. I didn't want any of that.
Mhm.
Cause I already grew up with that.
Mhm.
So what, like, so, and social media is a very, in my
Mm,
opinion, it's a very positive thing, but it's also a very negative thing. Like
yeah.
you see all the bullying still, like you still see all the, comments that shouldn't be commented. Like you see all of that. And so, to even like open up the reason, to be honest with you, the reason that I like even opened up and shared my story was because I kept getting bullied.
Mhm.
And so, like, I kept, like, like, they'll put, like, emojis in the comments, like, trying to compare the emojis to how I look, or, and then, something about, the actor, Sylvester Stallone, like, something about him, like, being compared to him, and honestly, I was okay with that because he's a good actor. Like, hey, like, I wasn't even mad at that comment.
Right.
But it was just like there was all these like comments and like all these bullying that I was getting,
Mhm.
so I made a video about it, and I'm like, just because I look different it doesn't mean I can't be like you.
Right.
Like I look different, but that don't mean that I'm not human like you. That don't mean nothing.
No.
And
No.
so, and I feel like a lot of people that I come across, like when they look at me, they share something,
Mhm.
but once they start talking to me, that's when they're like, "Oh, like you're cool." Like like it's like, what does me looking different have to do anything with?
It's
Like like when you talk to me, you're obviously gonna think that I'm cool, why is the look so off-putting to you to not want to talk to me?
isn't it crazy?
But then, but when I talk to you, it's like, oh,
Right,
you're cool.
right, exactly. Like it's like we are automatically judged right from the jump. Like just from our
Yeah,
appearance.
exactly. Like right from the jump, it's like, oh,
Yeah, literally.
like what's going
You didn't
on?
give me, you didn't give me a chance to even like talk to you. It's like it don't make no sense. Like I don't understand.
Exactly. Like you don't even get a chance until you put yourself out there. Like the minute, like I feel like if you just keep like putting yourself out there when you shouldn't have to, because it's like now I gotta prove to you that I can be, whatever.
Human or like just like you. It's crazy. Like
Exactly.
that's literally
Yeah.
what we how we have to live in society. Like we're basically proving to others our
Yep.
quote unquote normal, and like it's just so sad that we have to do that. So it's
Yep.
just yeah, because I could go on and on about this.
It's that's why I think that's kind of why I use my social media like in that way because it's like because I want people to be like, oh, like you can do this, but like just know that there is gonna be like comments and people are curious if anything. Like they're gonna be like, oh, like why do you not have it here, or why do you look like that, or why do like it's always the show that they're curious, but the way that they're showing it is in a
Crazy. They be
negative
going
way.
crazy and like you said you receive a lot of
Yes.
negative comments and a lot of bullying. How do you deal with that? Because I know like there's a lot of kids, a lot of adults out there that still get treated like that and unfairly and poorly. Like, how do you handle the negative comments? Like, do you let yeah?
Okay, so in the beginning, I remember like I would get hurt like seeing the comments and stuff. Like I would be like they don't even know me.
Right.
Like these people don't even know me and they're already hating on me.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
like, okay, like you know what? I'm gonna take it. Right? I'm gonna take it. But then I had my whole mentality changed.
Mhm.
Like, there was a time in my life where for 2.5 years, I felt like I was in a manic episode. I felt like I was in a manic episode.
Yeah.
And like that, but how I am now, like, I have grown mentally so much to where I'm like, okay, I don't care what people say. I care what the people in my life say, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't care about the people that I don't know have to say.
Don't know me. It's like
Exactly.
right. And why would I let your comments dictate how I feel about myself? Like
There you go.
I already know
That's
who I am, you know?
exactly what I do because in the beginning I wasn't like
Yeah.
thinking like, oh, like let me not care about what these people say. I was caring like back then, but now I don't care no more. I don't care what people have to say. So it's more like I feel like it has to start with you. Like
Yes.
I feel like it has to start with you, meaning like building up your confidence and knowing yourself. Like okay, for me, I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day, and I said I might look different, right?
Mhm.
But I have people that love me. I have people that want to be friends with me. I have people that support me. So it's like you take the I don't want to say the negative thing, but the negative thing, but like you turn it into a positive.
Mm. I love
So,
that.
like, I take the negative and I turn it into a positive. Like, for me, like, I may look different, but I have friends that love me, support me, and I have people that want to be around me. I have people that want to hang out with me. So it's like stuff like that. So
Right.
dealing with negative comments is never a fun thing, but I feel like once you um build that confidence and you have the I don't care mentality, like keep posting away. Just keep posting because I'm telling you, people don't care that much
Yeah.
unless you do.
Exactly. Yeah. Unless you feed into the negative comments, then they're gonna, yeah, it's gonna start spiking.
There you go.
Right. And
There you go.
that's what they want. And I just love
Hmm.
how you like don't respond like that, you know?
No. I
And
to be honest, I'm not gonna give you my time of day. Like, are you paying for my phone bill?
that part, that part.
Then, like, I'm not just gonna be paying. Now, I'm not gonna be paying attention to your negative comment. Like, I don't know you. Like, that's the point. Like, I post just because to post, and like, I'm happy. To be honest, like, when people tell me that my videos was helping them, and not only that, I met tons of people that have golden heart on
Hmm.
TikTok. And I did not know that, hey, there's people out there that have golden heart too. Like, there was a thing here where there was like a picnic and like it'd be kids of like having golden heart, but like it was rare to find somebody like my age or like in my age group of having golden heart. And so I had people like message me and be like, "You're so brave," to like I can't even show my face.
Right.
And so, like, just to know that my videos help, like, and like
Mhm.
me showing my confidence and stuff, like it shows. I hope that it shows people like you can get there.
Mm.
Like you can embrace yourself. You can do social media. Like people, like yeah, people are curious, but
Mhm.
like, if you get there and you do it, like you're fine.
Exactly. Okay, first of all, I like how you said how you like to you make the negative and you turn it into a positive because it's like and that's such a hard skill to have and to do because like I know like when I was younger, like yeah, I let the negative comments get to me and all that stuff. But like just thinking of the positive, like, oh yeah, I'm surrounded by unconditional love. I'm surrounded by amazing friends and family. Like I got
Yeah,
that. So it's like the little things in your life are the major things. Those I feel like
yeah,
exactly, and I feel like I always say like those things make you rich in life. Those because it leads to happiness and it leads to
hmm,
um just being yourself undeniably, and it just leads to like more to self healing, self love, and I feel like it just expands and it grows more and more. And
yeah.
I just love how you just made an example on that. And the audience needs to know this because there's a lot of youth watching this series, and they're in the time where they're trying to figure out who they are as an individual in high
Mhm.
school. And I'm just glad that you brought that up because that's so important. And then second, what else did you said that I want to speak of on? There was something else. What was it? What did you just say? Uh, You said so much
Well,
good gems. Like you dropped of a lot of good gems.
one thing that you said, yeah, I do agree. I feel like people forget to celebrate the little things.
Exactly.
Like the little, like imagine like you have a goal
Hmm.
and like that's the end game, but like you're not celebrating the little things that you do to get to that big goal.
Hmm.
Like I feel like people just don't. I feel like people don't celebrate it because it's not a big deal. But I promise you, it's a big deal. Like it's a very big deal, especially like just celebrating something so small. Like be proud of like the stuff that are getting you to that big goal.
Right, right,
I
right,
totally agree.
right. So say like if somebody said, "Oh, I want to start reading more or whatever," and they're like, "Oh, like you know, bought a book and like they read like I guess 2 pages. They're like, oh, like I didn't finish, but that's a big step. Like even
Exactly.
purchasing a book, even purchasing a book, is a big step. So like,
It's a big step. When like
yeah,
you're like I mean, I just like I when no when my own friends come to me and like they're ranting or venting about something, like I always make sure to celebrate the littlest things because I want you to feel better by celebrating the littlest things because they matter too.
oh my gosh, we're literally like the same friends because I literally do that to all my friends. I let it be known like you're so close to your goal. Like the little
Yes, yes.
it matters. I'm like, girl, like, oh my gosh, like you don't understand,
Like
like
you're one step forward more than where you used to be.
right, right.
Like
And
you're constantly changing and you're constantly doing things. Like if you're just getting up and trying, that's all that matters.
it,
Like
and just,
okay, like to be honest, the littlest thing is that you got out of bed today. You
right,
brushed your teeth. You
right.
know, you went outside. Like the littlest things matter.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because you know,
totally
there's others out there that can't even do that.
know.
So like that's a huge accomplishment, you know.
Mhm.
And like you said, that was good. I love how you said that because that was so powerful. Like that is extremely powerful.
Ah, thank you.
Of course, of course. And my next question for you is I know that you're also a camp counselor. Can you tell us more about how you got into that and what led you to that?
Okay, so camp counseling. So I was in college and I needed a job,
Mm-hmm.
and there was it's like a dog daycare, dog boarding facility right around the corner. So I started working there, and then I eventually moved back home,
Yeah.
and then I started working.
Okay. Well,
So I worked at Camp Bow Wow. I'm not gonna say the city, but one of the locations.
yeah.
And because I've been in that industry or business for a couple of years, like I wanted it to continue it because I know a lot about it.
Yeah.
So it just started off like with being in college and needing a job, and I got to that point, and now I'm there, and I kind of I've been kind of thinking about starting my own business, something like that. So yeah, so I kind of want to go into that. So I kind of think I want to start my own business with doing that. I mean,
Mhm.
outside of that, I do I take care of dogs too. Like outside of my job, I do rover, um, which is where you take care of other people's dogs.
Yeah.
So I do that. So I just love dogs. Like I want my own dog. Like I want a golden retriever. I mean, geez, like a favorite is my dream dog. Like I've been waiting for one. But the thing is, the reason why I'm waiting for one is because I can travel.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Yeah.
don't want to have to board my dog or something because I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. Wait, I'm waiting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always had a love for dogs, and so like just working with dogs and like, but I'm not gonna lie to you, being at like working at my job is sometimes so like mentally and physically draining. Cause like you have to know how to stop dog fights. You have to like deal with the barking all day nonstop. Like
Yeah.
so it's just
Yeah.
like if you really love dogs,
Yeah.
this is the right place to work. Like this is the right place to work at.
Right. 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 I love
But
that.
hey, huh?
I said I love that for you.
Yeah. But hey, I would like to have my own business of doing something like that. I think, cause I really love dogs. But I don't know. I'm kind of like in the process of like starting my own little thing outside of it. So
As you should. And
yeah,
please, yeah.
yeah.
I'm
But
be on,
hey,
yeah.
huh?
I said I'm be on the lookout. I'll be waiting. 'Cause
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
no, because like I feel like because I'm as right now trying to start like my own LLC. So like just seeing someone else, yeah,
Oh, what you do?
huh?
What are you trying to do?
So hold on, this interview is about you, but
Okay, okay, we'll talk about.
I'll answer real quick. But like like what I'm doing right now, like a facial difference advocate. But I want to start, have something for my own self and just start like, basically what I'm doing on Instagram, like being being like I public speak, I model, and I like advocate in different ways,
Yeah, you do a lot of work. You do a lot of work, and I'm like, how you been doing all this? Like, golly.
like it's crazy. Like I don't really be seeking it. Like I just been forcing myself to get out of my comfort zone and meet a lot of people.
Okay.
And I fell in love with my community. Like I literally found about the facial difference community like maybe like 2 years ago. And once I
Oh,
met, yeah, not too long ago. And once I met like, the youth and all the kids, I fell in love with everyone. And I'm like, it just opened my eyes and it really opened
wow.
really like what my purpose in life is. And I feel like that's to help anyone that it
Mm.
actually looks different and to just prove to them that like they're limitless and that they're beautiful and just be a light for them. A little song. I'm trying to, figure out what I can do like in different ways, but cool ways for like the teens to be interactive.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I didn't have that when I was younger. Like, did you have that like a support system when you were younger? Like
I thought it was only me that had it. Like, I was like, oh, like,
oh,
I mean, growing up, you know, like, you see, like, other things, like, cerebral palsy. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that, and then, like, you see, like, other things, but you never see someone with golden heart.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm literally like sometimes when I go to like these organizations or when I go to these events or like just going out in general, like I'm the only one that stands out like with Golden Heart syndrome. And I'm like, wow, like where's anyone that was like going
Yeah,
through this?
yeah. Like, I didn't even know that there were people that looked like me. Like,
Yeah.
when you and I reconnected, I was so excited. I was telling my mom, I was like, Mom, this guy's going on syndrome like me too. Like, tell her. So it's just like, I always get so excited when I meet people that have golden heart. Cause I'm
Yeah.
like, they know what it is.
Exactly. They
Like,
know
they
it's
know. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I was a kid, like sometimes I would wish that I didn't have golden heart. I wish that I wasn't dead. Like this, and I sometimes even like to the day,
yeah.
sometimes not all the time. It's just when I'm having one of those days where I'm just very like insecure.
Right.
And like I'm so confident now, but like there are days where I still have my insecurities where I'm like, damn, I wish I didn't have golden heart, or I wish I wasn't deaf, or
Right,
like,
right.
and
I
because
have those
it
things.
really played, and like I also feel like it plays a lot with like mental health as well. I don't
Mhm.
know why, but like I've noticed that like when I'm like down, like mentally, like I beat myself up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a common thing that people do, but I always be like, man, I wish I wasn't that, or sometimes I wish I wasn't, wasn't different like that. Like sometimes like that happens, but that
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm not confident in myself. It just means that sometimes like,
We're all human. We all have our bad days. We all
yeah,
have, you know
exactly. And like
what I mean?
life is just life, and really. Like,
Literally.
life is just life, and that's just how it is. And mental health and facial differences like has like it kind of I don't want to say intertwined for me, but like it kind of does.
Mm-hmm.
And like this
Mm-hmm.
is like the first time I'm ever saying that out loud. Like I don't ever like I've never said that, but like it's coming out. But like I feel like it's but when I was a kid though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. When I was a kid,
Mm.
when somebody was if a kid was staring at me, I would just my tongue out at them. Like, what do you want to know? Like, what? But that's how because like I did not. But then when I grew up, that's when I was like, okay, people are just curious.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
but back then I did not care. Stop looking at me. I Aaliyah, when I tell you my pet peeve
Yeah.
is people saying. People say it's my pet peeve.
I
But
feel
then
like
it's like, okay, maybe they're just curious, like calm down.
right.
But I still hate when people say, so why are you staring so hard?
No, I feel like I can speak for the whole facial difference community slash disabled community. Like staring, that's just been so effective on us. Like ever since
Yeah,
we've been stared at, picked at, and just even examined by doctors. And
yeah,
just to like have that in society, like people just like you said, like people are curious. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, but like it still affects us. Like it's like
yeah. And I think, and I don't, and I honestly feel like people don't realize how insensitive and offensive it is.
right, and
Like,
some people like
like,
take it to
how people ask you like, oh, like, what happened?
oh yeah, a bunch of
How
times.
ask you? How do they ask you?
It varies. Like, okay, if I had to say like which age group were the worst to ask me like what happened to my face, I would tell you it's the adults. The adults. The adults. The adults.
Literally, always the adult. It's always the adult that gets me going because like I'll be on live on TikTok sometimes and they'll be like, "Oh, like, what happened to you?"
Right. Right.
Like, okay, here's a better question that you could have asked. What is your medical condition? Like,
Right.
why is that so hard to ask? Like, why do you have to? Like, it's like, okay, hold on. What happened to you? When stuff like that happens to me, that's when I'm like, okay, this is my time to educate you.
Exactly.
You're
Hmm.
not gonna do this to the next person because it's gonna stop here with me, and then you're gonna act better with the next person because I'm not. You're
Right.
not. That's just
Right.
how I am. Like
Right.
I just put people in check, and I don't even have to know you to put me in check. Cause I'm
Right. Right. And I love how you said you educate them. And that's like
yeah,
the best thing you can ever do. Cause like I know a lot of people like would not want to educate them. They'll just like go off like negativity back at them, like just going back and forth. Like that's not gonna do anything. So like
yeah,
educating them, that's the best thing you can do. Cause you're spreading awareness and you're saying, yo, what's up? Like, okay, you can like say this in a different way, and
hmm
then I could explain to you, but yeah, I like that the way you said,
yeah. They're not like there's not checking is never a bad thing. It's just like you
Mm-mm.
want them to do better, so you're gonna choose them.
Right, and
That's all it is.
you're spreading awareness as well, and it's just so
Exactly.
right. But it's sad, like how insensitive people are. Like they just think they can just say whatever they want, or they have the privilege to say whatever they want. In reality,
hmm
no, no, you know.
Exactly.
The big reason I'm like so big on like trying to spread awareness is to change the beauty standards. Because these standards are so messed up, and it don't make no sense. It makes no
Yeah.
sense even be any standards because beauty comes in different shapes, forms, sizes, and everything. So that's why I feel like I'm already in such a good mental state about myself. Like I feel like I could confidently say like I know myself and I don't care about what anyone thinks about me. And I feel
hmm
rare in the facial difference community because there's a lot of us that are still like silent and still shy and still very hesitant on sharing their story. So like to see me like being so confident, I'm like I have to use this power. Like I have to do something that is going to help the lives of others. So I'm like, and it's rare. And to be like a Black woman with a facial difference, I'm like, that's powerful within itself. So I'm like, I have
Mhm.
to continue doing what I'm doing to make an impact for the youth. So that's what we gotta do. That's why like I'm so passionate on finding more people on TikTok, on Instagram, Facebook. Cause like I feel like that's another thing that is also my purpose, like just seeking out for more people that is like similar to my age, because I feel like we can just like create and just collab and like just
Mhm.
make something so unique and so like inspiring
Yeah,
for society.
because when I was a kid, I didn't even think that I could be a model. That I
Exactly.
was different.
Exactly. Like I'm
That
still
that that
like
was
I'm
me because my whole because I had really long hair. Like it was curly, like and I was tall and like my family, not this side of the family, my that side of the family, they were like, oh, like, you should be a model. In my head, I'm like, I can't be a model.
exactly. Like, what,
No,
why are you
I
joking?
didn't. Yeah, girl, you're doing
Why are you
it.
joking me? You know I can't do that. You know I can't do that. So like to be here right now and say like, oh, I did that, like, oh, like I inspire and pursue. Like that's crazy. Like I'm still like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Aaliyah, like you're breaking down so many barriers and you're paving the way for
Yeah.
so many other people. And I'm like, that's what we got to keep doing. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
got you here. We doing this series. Like that is so powerful. Like this is
Yeah.
go on
And
and on.
when you reached out to me, I didn't even know that program even existed.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know there was things for clean your facial and a golden heart. I didn't even know that there was stuff out there for that.
Right. And it's so much. And there's a lot of resources, a lot of organizations. And I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. And I'm like, wow, like where have I been?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
every time I meet someone new, I'm like, oh my gosh, like how I said to you, like, oh my gosh, I had to put you on to so much stuff, Sahaila. Like, not only I'm going to impact someone, but like you're already impacting someone. Like your
Yeah.
following is so huge on TikTok, and it's just so beautiful that you're just like expanding. And it's just like I see the comments and I see like all the love and support you have. And I'm always commenting or posting
I
your
don't
stuff.
thank you.
Of course.
Thank
That's
you so
real.
much.
You have to see real stuff, raw stuff, because I feel like social media, like you said, it's like a kind of like a negative thing, but like I wanted to make it more positive.
Yes.
Like stuff rolling around social media,
Yes.
I want
It definitely needs to be more positive, like especially with the
to,
whole like bullying and all. Yeah, it definitely needs more positivity. That's for sure.
right, and you are that person. So like it's just you're benefiting so much to the world, and I don't know if you realize that, but like you really are. And I just had to just say I appreciate you so much, and I have mad respect for you for everything you're doing, and I just wish you everything the best for you.
So much, and the same goes for you too. Like you do so much. I mean, honestly, that just you doing this, I know that it's gonna be opening up so many doors for you and for so many
You
other
as
people, and
well.
I know it's gonna help.
Right, you as well. Like if I'm going up, I'm bringing you two with me, and we going to tear.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying. Like
go. Hey, we're gonna bring each other. How about that?
exactly, and I'm bringing
Yeah.
the facial difference community, like, cause like one win, we all win together.
Yes, of course.
Right,
Of
right.
course. And like celebrating each other's wins. Amen.
Ooh, yeah, you
Yeah.
got me so excited. My last question before I let you go is, if you had a chance to speak to your younger self, what would you say?
Ooh.
All right.
Um, if I had oh, that's a good one. So if I had a chance to speak to my younger self now, I would tell her you're gonna be okay. Like
Mm,
you're gonna face a lot of things in life, but compared to where I'm at today, you're gonna be fine, girl. You're gonna be great.
I just got
You're gonna be
goosebumps.
great.
I think little Aaliyah heard that as well. I just got goosebumps. Oh my gosh. But that is so powerful. I love that response. Again, thank you so much, Sahaila, for being a part of our series.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. It has been a pleasure chatting with you today. And if our audience wants to learn more about you, where can they follow you on any platform?
So on my Instagram is I believe it's Sahaila M. And then my TikTok is Sahaila and then the number 2 and then number 6.
Y'all already heard it. Y'all stay tuned to her videos and TikToks. She's not gonna stop, and it's just gonna keep coming fire. So y'all gonna see it down below. But again, thank you so much, and we appreciate your sharing your time with us. And I look forward to chatting with you again in the future.
Thank you. I look forward to chatting with you too, Aaliyah.
Of course, of course, of course.